let's do that.
What the hell did they talk about last time?
Are we not talking about? Are we not talking about like
forgot what we
Israel
talked
Palestine politics or?
I mean, we can.
I just know gays for Palestine.
What did we talk? So last time was Prod 15.
I don't remember.
Oh, we're recording.
You're welcome, by the way.
Finally,
Nice.
finally he notices.
So, trying to remember if I said anything spicy in the last minute or so. But welcome back to Raw Time Champ, and tonight we're going to talk about Matt's class with Steve Anderson, and I guess we'll see if Calvin gets into world politics.
He said something earlier about wanting to join Hamas or something. I don't know.
Hey, that's what the majority of the people I see want to do. So if you're not with the majority, you're wrong.
All right, Matt, you
Yep.
took a one-day class with Steve Anderson, and it was a full day, right?
Yeah, full day. It was mental management, and it was more geared for people in the local area who are going to IPSC Nationals for this year. But it was still applicable across, all of pretty much all of practical shooting, that kind of stuff.
And so, before you get too far into it, how much did this cost?
It was a $250 class. It was what happened is that another person has set up the 2 days prior for Steve Anderson's pistol management class. And then this was just an add-on, and there weren't really that many people signing up for it. So the class hosts, Mark DiPaolo and Ben Hart, had pretty much sent out invitations to a couple of people. It's like, hey, spread the word, get it out. We're doing a one-day mental management class, geared more towards IPSC, but feel free to shoot however you want, that kind of thing.
Is mental management is that like a shooting class, or is that like, or is it not?
It's kind of teaching you some of the more mental stuff and a little bit of individuality based on what your habits are, and then applying them to shooting.
So is it like head shrinker stuff, or is this like?
No, this is still very much shooting, and then you add in a little bit of the head trickery.
Okay.
So $250,
but it's also simplifying it.
So $250 for a like small group class seems like a pretty smoking deal off right off the bat, right? So
yeah,
I'm
and we only had
think about that.
Yeah, we only had 9 attendees.
Yeah, so that's
like
pretty awesome on the surface.
Student instructor, yeah.
Oh yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah. So in general, Steve just like had the general like, hey, I'm Steve Anderson. This is what we're going over today. Screw medical, because if you get shot, good luck. And like, everyone's just responsible. Everyone has competed before. Everyone expected a basic level of safety, that kind of thing.
So what was like the low, high, and average skill level of the class? Just roughly.
Actually, the lowest skill level was B. Yeah, B class, and there was like 1B turtle, 1B hoser. Yeah, but otherwise everyone else was either A class or up.
And Ken Yang was in the class, right?
No,
he didn't take it.
Yeah, the higher level people were me, Ben Hart, he, and a local A class that's really been climbing up lately.
Okay, I saw T was in it, and I guess that's why I thought Ken was there too. But yeah, so that's a pretty high skill level. That's cool.
Just because they're dating doesn't mean they always go to the same places.
I made an assumption, and I'm apologizing.
But yeah, to talk some more about the class, like Steve heavily drives the mental stuff and also vision. Okay, dedicate things to the subconscious. Okay, that way it's like the whole, how we describe things of, hey, I shot the stage completely on autopilot, that kind of thing. That's what he means by shooting by subconscious. Okay, and then vision. Put the dot in the alpha. It's going to go there. Same thing with irons. Put the irons in the alpha. The bullet's going to go there.
So what did you do
definition-
specifically to train that?
So for the class, the training is actually very, very Eric Graffel like, where he sets up stages and everyone just shoots them, and you don't get to have a second run. It's you tell yourself, all right, was this great, okay, or does it need work? Okay, I'm pretty sure I've explained this in the previous season of like deciding on how things went for a stage run. Great, okay, needs work. If it's needs work or okay, you tell yourself, hey, this is what was good, and this is the other thing that I want to improve. Great, just simply move on, that kind of thing. Okay, but you also positively reinforce what you did really well, that kind of thing. So, pretty much, so since it was a small group size, and then we just set up a new stage after every single run, and then in between, Steve's also talking to us about some stuff. Literally just set up a new stage, run, new stage, run, new stage, run. We went through 9 stages in one day, and then ended up finishing with swingers and shot calling.
Cool. Swingers?
No, not the not the board of directors swingers.
Gotcha.
That's a soundbite right there.
Hey, if they're listening to this podcast, I'll honestly be amazed.
Nice. We're on the polygraph list now.
Oh, 100%. Polygraph these nuts.
Soundbite number 2.
These life at this rate.
Calvin, I don't know if you're breaking up just for my end or if it's that way for everybody.
Oh, he was definitely broken up.
It's because his microphone's scared of the gun.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I caught like every third word.
Is it really that bad?
Oh,
It's
well, that
good
time
right
it was
now.
good now.
Right now, yeah.
Oh, so it's good now. Okay,
Were you saying something?
I forgot what I said.
High quality production. Just back and forth between all of us, either breaking up connection or going, wait, what'd you say?
You need that Starlink, bro. But yeah, like overall, the class is great. And like, if you're looking for a round expenditure in one day, we shot less than 500 rounds.
That doesn't sound like enough. I feel like going to a class, I want to shoot more to get more of my money's worth.
So like,
just like a match.
So we had some drills where if you shot more, then yeah, okay, fine. And then some other things was like, okay, look, just stick within the round count. If you shot more, then you were just simply you were just burning more money. That was like, what value were you really getting? This is really more on match execution instead of technique and experimentation.
I feel like
500 rounds seems like a lot for one day, especially running mini stages.
Yeah,
like,
especially building stages.
Like your legs are probably sore after doing that many stages, running around like that.
Over the course of 9 stages, were they like 50+ round stages?
No, this isn't like Eric and JJ level 3 training kind of thing where like you're doing 50 round stages and they're longer than 30 seconds. No, we only did like we actually did a pretty decent mix of like short, medium, and long courses.
So where did the rest of the round count go if it wasn't for the stages?
The rest of them went into shooting swingers and shot.
The swingers shot them.
I mean, just like normal then, right? 50 shots on the swinger. Nice.
I mean,
happens to the best of us.
Yeah, Steve did keep us within like a specified round count. It was like, hey, shoot 2 rounds. All right, you shot 2 rounds. Where did they go? That like you're shot calling on a swinger. So make sure they're gonna go where they're gonna go.
How does Steve define shot calling?
Where was your sight when it went bang, and did you call it correctly?
Okay, so his is purely.
What?
Is his definition of shot calling purely visual?
Yes.
Okay. I think we talked about shot calling a couple episodes ago.
Yeah,
We definitely have before.
Yeah.
it was in like 2019 or something. It was 1 or 2 episodes ago.
It was probably in season.
No, I think that was a recent one. Well, recent for us.
But yeah, like overall, that's like considering how much we compressed into one day, pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Legitimately.
Yeah. Remember,
So,
not skills. It's more of an execution type of thing.
Okay. If you had to, like, on your honor, recommend it to other people, would recommend? Wouldn't recommend?
100%. Like honestly, considering how much I see people struggling with the mental game, and then how Steve simplifies it down for other people, and then also by having a really positive energy throughout the entire class, I absolutely recommend it.
I feel like this gotta be like the biggest ad for it, because like when I think of you shooting states that you didn't shoot well, like the mag toss and the flame out, so I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, Matt seems so happy right now.
Yeah. So would
Matt-
you recommend a class for like any skill level? Is there like a baseline someone needs to be in order to benefit from this class, or to get the most out of their money from this class?
Honestly, like even C class, I'll recommend this to someone. C class and up, just because like they played the game for a little bit and they have some kind of desire to actually stick around.
I don't know if all C classes have the desire to stick around.
Not all. Look, look. If you're
Name
you are-
names.
Yeah, I was going to say that sounded targeted.
yeah, if you are actively seeking improvement and you have some sort of emotional attachment to the game, yeah, take the class.
All right. Well, that sounds good.
Calvin tries to change the subject. We're coming back to that. You're gonna name names, buddy.
Thought that was a little more subtle than it actually was. Huh?
I'm glad there's only a few people that will get this.
Our 3 listeners.
Yeah.
We have at least 4.
I just play the podcast 4 times on different days.
On 4 accounts.
If that's the case, I'm kind of mad you only play it 4 times. Like, help us pump those numbers up, man. Come on.
All right.
So what
But yeah.
else?
Anything
else
interesting?
topical you guys want to talk about?
Koi, pickling.
I don't really want to talk about pickling. It's gonna turn into like a sidebar conversation on how pickleball is actually marriage counseling for me. Things are fine if anyone's wondering, but there have been trying times, guys. I do not recommend that you play sports with your spouses. Just don't do it.
If you're under duress, blink twice.
Yes, like I'm trying to see, like, is there bedding on the couch behind him? Is he, did he get booted to the living room?
Galvin, you got anything?
Nothing
Yeah, I mean you've been adventuring in open for a bit now, so
yeah, I found out shit breaks all the fucking time.
I don't know what you're talking about. My guns work on.
Like every single little change I make to that gun, it fucks up something else. So
What broke? What's the latest thing that broke, Calvin?
the optic.
Nice. How did it break, Calvin? How did it break?
say who makes it.
It's made it's made by Big Bauer.
Oh, I haven't heard of them.
So I got the RMA. I mean, their customer service is great. As soon as I told that shit was broken, they told me they would RMA it. They gave me this nice email about how it would take 2 to 4 weeks to.
I'm sure they have a streamlined process for this because it happens so often.
Now you know why I kept a backup. Like I have 4 of them and a box with an extra one in a box ready to go.
Holy shit! Yes, I Amazon RTS2 just to try it out. So
Who makes that?
Seymour.
Okay.
Wait, so what's the story of that? Because you texted me something like, "Oh yeah, use the V5." Isn't there like 18 fucking versions of that thing?
I don't know, man. I just I just use whatever people told me to get. I'm not gonna do research. That's
Why didn't you get the Holosun?
Because
What
the
price?
Oh, the mount pattern. He doesn't want to buy another mount.
no, not only that, they're out of stock. No one has them.
Oh. Because I was gonna say just buy an SRO or a
Yeah.
Holosun. Like we
Totally
know
like-
both of those are pretty good. They're not perfect, but they're pretty good. Like, don't reinvent the wheel.
Because my original plan was to send the SIG back to get replaced, and then sell that and use that money to buy like 2 Holosuns in a mount.
Yeah, those things have actually appreciated in value, by the way, because they keep moving the MSRPs up. I remember buying them for like $450 each, and I go look now on like Facebook Marketplace,
600.
and they're selling for like $600. I'm like, how did this thing get 33% more expensive? What the fuck is
People are
happening?
paying $600 for a SIG
I'll buy-
optic.
Yeah.
That's literally more than an SRO, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I paid $500 each for mine.
That's actually like aim point pricing.
Yep.
Why would you buy it for that?
I don't know. All I know is I can sell all of my SIG optics right now for a profit, apparently.
But yeah, I don't know. I'll give the RTS2 a shot. Enough people.
Which dot size did you buy?
6 MOA.
All right, you're safe.
Why? What's it? There,
Because I have a 3 MOA and it is dismally dim.
Oh. I got
I
the
wonder if
same-
he just
Say
made
that
that up to
6
troll him
times
or not, right?
fast.
Right?
No,
Dismally dim.
No, I am speaking from personal experience.
I don't know. What else about the fucking open gun? So, Coy, I don't know what recoil spring you had in there before.
Yeah.
Like every fucking open shooter in the Metroplex told me that I was retarded for having way too heavy of a recoil spring.
It's
And
the
it
stock
told me
one.
I have an 8-pound recoil spring.
What's that?
That's
That's
too
normal.
unreasonable.
What's
That's
it
normal.
supposed to be?
That 7.8 is normal.
Yeah.
Because it was heavy.
Yeah. So there's a package that Atlas sells. I got to give you the rest of my package, by the way, because I found it. But they're like color coded, and like it's like a 4-pack of like 8-pound springs or some like the magical engineers at Atlas have figured out like using what's the progressive spring with some of the coils clipped off. Like that's their jam. That's what's what's in the gun.
That's their
But
jam that causes a jam.
Well, no, I
Same?
changed it out. What these guys told me to use. They told me to use an 8-pound spring, and I did.
Yeah.
And then I started having malfunctions when you do 30+1.
What if you go to like a 10-pound spring?
Then you're gonna end up with muscle tear.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care. I just want the shit to fucking work.
So in the whole progression of like open shooters arcs, I feel like Calvin's still at the up part, or he's at the climbing part where he still hates his life. He's gonna eventually like peak out and plateau on like he hates his life, but major power factor is not something you can walk away from, and you just like start coping. You just like stop complaining and you just cope all the time. Matt, are you there yet or no?
No.
You haven't shot a whole lot of open yet, right? You shot
you want to
carry
know
optics recently.
You want to know the duration that I've actually had possession of my open gun? It's less than 2 months.
So you're definitely still
So
on the
you're
upkeep.
in the same
No,
boat as Calvin.
I'm on downward trend at this point
Why haven't you had it?
because I sent it back so that the new comp can get coded.
Oh, but it works at least.
Connor,
It's
don't you want to
fun.
shoot open? It's so fun, dude.
I just literally cannot wait to experience these problems for myself.
Attaboy.
I mean, they technically problems.
Yeah, they don't have any problems. They're perfectly good.
Problems. That is
Connor, anything interesting new for you?
Not a whole lot. Believe it or not, I have been practicing. So that's been going well. And shot a match yesterday, and I fully embraced my inner Matt Chua and went raw time champ harder than I have ever gone before. And so it was a mixed bag of greatness and like straight up D class level shooting. So that was cool.
What led to
Are
this?
you
Like,
calling me
what?
a D-class shooter?
I don't want to talk about what led to it, but I will talk about it since you asked. I've recently been beaten by people that I had not previously been beaten by, and it
Name
made.
names.
Okay, I will, because I don't think this is a bad thing. I hope this gentleman does not mind. He's a local guy. His name's Andy. I really like him. He's a good guy. I don't think he's ever beaten me before, and he beat me at a match that I thought I shot well at, and it pissed me off. so,
Got got to
so
training
Andy,
hard.
if on the off chance if Andy hears this, props to you, man. Like, I wish I could say I had a bad match or something, but I didn't. So,
Clipped and tagged, just so you're aware.
hey, fair enough. And so yeah, I still am pretty butthurt about that. And so yeah, that motivated. I was like, I gotta pick up time somewhere. And at the same match as usual, Dazzy stomped everyone. So I'm like looking at Dazzy's scores, and he's just like 2 to 3 seconds faster than everybody else on every single stage. So I'm like, okay, I gotta figure this out. So that motivated me to just like throw caution to the wind a little bit. And it was eye opening, I think. It was good.
I like it.
I
You're gonna keep doing it.
underestimated.
You're gonna keep doing it.
I not for like a year probably, but like for
Not like me.
3 or 4 more
Look,
matches.
I don't even know this Andy guy, but I'm gonna find out, and I'm gonna text him. I'm gonna be like, I need you to beat Connor's ass, so he starts like doing this stuff.
Dude, he straight up did. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's already happened. He probably will do it again. But yeah, no, I mean, he's super cool. He's a local guy, but yeah, I don't think he beat me before. And I shot the match, and I was like, dang, I bet I did pretty good today. And then I saw the scores, and I was like, I did not do pretty good today. But yeah, so that kind of motivated me to pursue faster times. And it was cool because I guess the thing that stuck out to me was that I didn't realize, because I had never shot that aggressively before, was the amount of things you aren't visually processing when you're at that like level of aggression. Like normally I'm pretty good at like looking right at the center of the A zone, or at least the center of what I'm trying to hit if it's a partial. And man, I shot some of those targets. I don't even think I looked at the target. Like I was just shooting in the vague direction. Like it wasn't even like I was looking at the entire brown or whatever. I just was looking in like the general direction of the target. So it is, I mean, it completely, everything fell apart, which I think was good because I got to see that firsthand. So
Well, clearly,
I'm
that
looking
means
forward
you need
to.
clean up clearly, that means you need to clean up some of your mental process.
He does, yeah, and I'm looking
Oh
forward
man,
to.
you got the Steve Anderson show in here.
Yeah,
I should have done this before he held the class. I would have
you should
been
have
more
gone to
motivated
class.
to go.
Did anything else?
So,
It does sound
Connor-
like it was good, but I'm looking forward to taking that back to my training. Long story short.
so are you saying like before this, you've always seen a sight picture for every shot you took?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. I mean, if it's like a 3-yard target or something, then no. But
You guys are seeing side pictures? What the fuck? What?
no, I think I definitely never shot in a match like that before. Like I think what clicked for me was when Coy described it months ago as focus on the unscored part, or I forget how you phrased it, but it was basically like scored errors are okay, but focus on not making any unscored errors. So I tried to run the match that way. I'm sure I didn't do it perfectly, but I tried to run the match that way. And obviously scored errors happened because I was like, I ought to be shooting this array with this level of aggression. And then when I did it at that level of aggression, I, didn't make my vision snap to points on the targets. I screwed that up. So it was like eye-opening, being like, wow, at that level, I should be able to look at each spot on the target still, but I'm not. Like there was definitely time to. It wasn't like I was running around with my eyes closed just shooting things, but like I had time to do it. I just didn't. So that was pretty eye-opening.
How much from your experience, like after doing it, are you like is this like there's a whole universe of possibilities level, like in terms of a breakthrough, or is this like I'm still like there's still like experimentation that needs to happen because I don't know if what happened was generally a good thing.
I think a little bit of both. So I will say I had 3 stages this past match that I crushed. My points were kind of crap compared to what I normally shoot, but like I kind of hooked up on those stages. And I think kind of reflecting after the match, I think I was extremely aggressive for the whole match, but some stages were more aggressive than others. So I think on some of them, I was kind of more towards the side of the scale where it's just like running around with your hair on fire. And then on other ones that tended to go better, I was kind of closer to the scale where like extreme aggression, but still generally doing like the shooting fundamentals correctly, like actually looking at the targets. So I think I can kind of dial that in with some dry fire and some live fire and just some more match experience. I mean, match experience helps a lot for this, I feel like. But to answer your question, I feel like more experimentation is needed, but I also feel like it kind of opened up lots of possibilities for improvement at the same time.
All right, you heard it here first, guys. Connor Knudsen, Karyopix 2024 Nationals champion.
That's not what I said. But I like the optimism.
Is that
Yeah,
everything
no, it
we
was
got?
good. Well, and I think so. I will say one last thing. I think it was the last stage I shot to, and I don't remember who said this, but someone was like, "Man, that run was like one of the ones where Matt throws his mag at the end." And I was like, "Yes, that means I'm doing it right." So I took it as a compliment. I'm pretty sure they were making fun of me.
Matt's like, wait, what?
Yeah, they were roasting both of us, I think. I don't know, but I took it as a compliment.
I think they were just stating a fact and roasting you.
The usual then, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it was fun. It was good. Had a good time.
Cool.
But that's all I got lately. So I'm just training and looking forward to trying to get better.
Well, we had actual shooting content. Should we stop it here before we fuck it up?
Stay tuned. Hold on, I'm gonna click the right button this time instead of hanging up on y'all.
Poison control here.
Okay, well that's good because I was about to click the hang up button. Was hovering over it.